An incident had happened in my life during my childhood days. Perhaps I was 7 years old or 8 years old. So we had been staying in a rented house at Raipet in Nasapur. I was studying in a convent run by all missionaries. Some foreigners were teaching us those days. So one of my milk teeth had broken, and then I thought if my mother knew about it, what would happen? I thought, so I packed it very carefully in a piece of paper and brought it home. When did this incident happen? Long back during my childhood days. So what tense form should we use? We need to use past tense. This happened in the past, so we have to use past tense. So everything was in past tense. Once again, we will see the sentences and structures of the sentences. Did we use, what tense form did we use? And even in past tense also, we have simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So let us see everything. Now let us observe the sentences given here. The whole narration is in past tense, right? Now let us read the sentences. An incident happened in my life during my childhood days. We had been staying in a rented house for a few years. I was studying in a convent where foreigners were our teachers. Perhaps I was 7 years old. One of my milk teeth had broken and come out. I packed it carefully and brought it home. When you observe the first sentence, an incident happened in my life during my childhood days. Happened is the past form of happen. Come to second sentence. We had been staying in a rented house for few years. What tense form is used there? In the first sentence, simple past is used. In the second sentence, past perfect continuous tense is used. Had been staying in a rented house for few years because period of time was mentioned. I was studying in a convent. Come to the third sentence. I was studying in a convent where foreigners were our teachers. See the verbs there. I was studying. What tense form is used here? Past continuous tense. I was studying is the past continuous tense form. Where foreigners were our teachers, not now, long back. So foreigners were. Were is the past form of or, right? And why should we use were foreigners, past plural form? The word foreigners is in plural form, so we have to use were, and that too it is in past tense. Now come to the next sentence. Perhaps I was 7 years old. Here again was is be form, at it is in past tense. One of my milk teeth had broken. Had broken is past perfect tense. And one more verb was used in that sentence. What's that? Come. So here you have to take the whole sentence. As a whole you have to take the sentence. One of my milk teeth had broken and had come out. You have to take that sense. Though it is not used, you have, that is understood. Had is understood there. Had come out. So V3 had to be used. I packed it carefully and brought it home. How many verbs are used in the last sentence? 2 verbs. What are those? Packed and brought. Packed is the past form of pack. Brought is the past form of bring. So again here in the last sentence, packed and brought are the simple past form of the verb. Now let us know how to write dialogue in the past tense. See, these two are talking to each other about the same incident. When did this incident happen? This incident happened when I was 7 years old. So when did this incident happen? See the sentence. The first sentence is in the form of question. So you have to use do form, and since it is in past tense, you have to use did. When did this incident happen? You should not say when did this incident happen, is wrong. When did this incident happen? So what is the response of the letter? This incident happened when I was 7 years old. How many verbs are used? Two verbs are there. Happened and was. Two verbs are there. This incident happened. Here, happened is the main verb, right? And it is in past tense, simple past. This incident happened when I was 7 years old. Again, was is be form, and here it is used only as main verb, and it is in past tense. So, in this dialogue, we can observe tense form and also how to frame question and how to respond accordingly. Next dialogue. Where were you staying that time? Here it's in the form of question and it is in past continuous tense form, right? Where were you staying that time? Not now. If you say where are you staying, what is the meaning of it? At present. Where were you staying means in those days. Where were you staying that time? So the question is in past continuous tense. Let us reply. We had been staying in rented house for few years. Why did she use the word? She could have said we were staying. That is also correct answer. But here she mentioned period of time. We had been staying in rented house for few years. So in her reply we find past perfect continuous tense. We had been staying in rented house for few years. So, when do we use past tense? When we are narrating any story or when we are talking about some incidents happened in our lives long back. We use past tense. Now, let us observe the structures of all four forms of past tense. In simple past, we have subject, past form of verb and object. In past continuous, we have subject, was or were, those are be forms of past tense, and a present participle form of the verb is also called ing form of the verb plus object. Next, in past perfect we have subject, had, past participle form of verb, that is V3, and object. The last one is past perfect continuous tense. There we use subject, had, been, and present participle form of the verb and object. These are the things which you have to keep in mind while doing past tense.